Hi friends, welcome to my word processing class using Microsoft Office Word for intermediate users day 4. So I'm very happy and so excited. It's a kind of great feeling knowing that we've made progress from day 1, day 2, day 3, which was quite tasking, and finally we are here in day 4. Yes, I must commend you. You are special. You are one of a kind, putting in all the work, all the energy, going through the tutorials, asking questions and getting clarifications and working on them. I'm so proud of you. I'm excited to be your facilitator, Sakawaka, spelled Sakawaka. And today, for our day 4 intermediate class, we'll be looking at header and footer, text, and symbols. However, depending on the longevity of the video, if it um, exceed my plan for the video net, I will have to cut the tutorial into into video segments, just to ensure that we are able to cope with the video size, so that we are able to cope with the video size. So last time we looked at illustrations and we dealt with picture shapes, smart art charts, and later I moved on to nicks, looking at nick, bookmark, cross reference. So today, like you can see on the screen, this is a smart art, and down here is a chart from the previous class. So today in this day 4 of our intermediate class, we'll be starting with header. Header actually is a repeated text, a repeated text on every page of your document, on top of the page. Yes, headers are found on top of every page of your document. They are repeated on every page of your document, on top of each of the pages. So if you want to insert your header, you click on it, on this arrow. You can choose where you want. For example, these are just template for you. You can click on any of them, or you just come here and click on edit header. So when you click on edit header, you have this now. This used to be a margin for us, but now you can see they provide us the ability to use it for our header, and our margin starts from here. You can see our margin. You can see that line, right? Yes, I'm the one doing that line, clicking on the margin for you to see. So everything in that place down, we can use for our header. So let me use this. Let me say the header now is day 4 intermediate class. Day 4 intermediate class. You can see it now. So let me format this a little, font 14. Yes. Now, if I come here under, of course, by now you should be used to this kind of thing, the header and footer stuff, which will enable you to, work on them. So if I click close header and footer, when you scroll down on top of each of the pages, this page 1, now you can see the 4 intermediate class. Scroll down, you see the same thing, the 4 intermediate class. Here again, the 4 intermediate class. So it keeps on repeating. Now, because it is on top of each page, it is called header. If you do the same thing at the bottom of each of the pages, then it becomes our footer. You can just double tap on the bottom of your page to get your footer, or you can come to insert and then click on footer like you did with header. You can decide to use these blank 3 columns, for example, and then I can type here, say tutor Sakawaka intermediate class, for example. and this is topic. For example, topic, header, and footer. Now I close. You see this now on every page of the document below. So header is up here. This is the header, and then down here you have your footer at the bottom of the page. On another page, this is the same header, and you have the footer down here. The things are typed. You have the header up, and down here you have the footer, you have the header, and then here you have the footer. So that's just the difference between them. Header appears on top of every page of your document repeatedly, while footer appears at the bottom of every page of your document also repeatedly. So I think I prefer the footer. Yes. So let me remove this header. Just double tap and then you'll be able to edit. Double tap on either header or footer. So I close. Now the next thing here on this page, on this header and footer column rather, is the page number, which enables you to number all your pages. It enables you to number your pages. So from here, when you click on page number, you can choose whether to insert your page number at the top. Oops. Let me close that. Yes, insert again. I can decide to insert at the top of my page, at the top left, top center, top right, or at the bottom, probably on page margins. And where will I want to put it? I will still choose from here. I want it to be on my page margins also. I want it to be in the current position. So let me use top of page, and let me choose this one. So I'll click on it and then let me close. You see my page is automatically numbered for me. Page 1 here, as you can see, page 2 here, page 3, which you can see here, and page 4 here. So you can see basically that these things work like magic. I did not type 1, 2, 3, 4. What I did was to insert my page number, and you can of course see them here in each of the pages. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, you can format how your page number should look. For example, choose the page number format. If I want 1, 2, 3 the way it is, so I want this style, I want ABC small case, I want this, so I want Roman numeral. I can click, for example, Roman numeral, click on it. Here, if you want to start at a particular number, let's say I want to start at Roman numeral, let me choose normal numbering or A. This D. Now if I click on OK, because I start at D, my page numbering will start from the D, which you can see here, D, right? Yeah. After D, it's E and then F. So if I want it to go back to normal, I'll click here and then just say format and then start at A, which is what it is expected to be. Start at A and then OK it. So this now is my A, which is the same thing as my page 1, B, the same thing as my page 2, and then when you go down, you see C, which is the same thing as my 3, and then D, which is the same thing as my page number 4. So that is how it works basically for header, footer, and page numbers. You can see how easy they are to work with. So here now, let's move on. Like I told you, it's fun learning how to do these things with your ever joyous facilitator, Sakawaka. So here is my text box. Text box actually gives you the privilege of attracting focus to a particular text Yes, it draws focus to any text you want to draw focus to using it. Like it kind of create emphasis. So if I, and at the same time, it helps you to type where on a normal you won't be able to type. Like sometimes that you insert pictures that you want to write on the picture. Normally you cannot just insert text on your picture. What you use in that kind of scenario is the use of text box. So let me say I choose this. Let me click here, for example. In the middle of this now, I want to create a text box. I click on it and then I can say, okay, let me choose any of these template. You see it, it split this whole thing and then gives me a text box here. That is one. I can also decide to come here depending on the kind of text box you choose. I can even decide to draw my text box. Let me draw it here. Draw it. Now when I draw it, you see it's covering the write-ups, right? Now, you remember what I told you about text wrapping when we were looking at pictures? The same thing you can do here. You can text wrap to square so that the text will flow around the text box. And here I can just type whatever I want, something like thank you for being so wonderful. Let me bring this to the center and probably give it, let me use font 18. Oh, it's too big. Let me use font 14. And then I can add whatsoever I want to add to it. For now, you see how it is, right? Drawing focus to this text. Thank you for being so wonderful. So what have I used there? I used text box. I used text box. So your text box, you can work on it like a normal shape, which is what it is by the way. So I can decide to say I want to color my text box this color. I want to give it this type of outline, probably increase the line width and give it a color such as green. Or let me change the green. Let me give it something let me give it this. Oh, I'm going back to green. Let me give it blue. Whatever color you choose to give to your text box, it's fine. So you can see this I did using my my text box. So don't feel scared of using your text box anytime, anywhere. And even though I insert a picture, for example, even though I insert a picture from my file, let's say I insert a picture. I'm waiting for the pictures to load so we know which one it is, but I don't know what is happening. It's taking them not to actually load. Let me see small icons. Let me just assume this to be a good picture. Now let me text wrap. I'm dragging this picture down. Now you can see it, right? So from here, I can come to insert. Now normally I can't type on this. I can't type. As you can see, there's no add text here. So what I will do is to click on text box, draw my text box. On it, You see it now, and I'll be able to type. Yeah, this is my beloved church. So let me work on this. Increase the font to font 14, which is okay, and then make these. Let me give it Times New Romans. Now you see this white background, right? It's covering this right up. So I can work on it like a normal object. Click on this, come to shape fill, click on no fill to remove the color fill. Click on shape outline, click on no outline to remove the line color. And here now, I can then change the font color to let me even say red. So you see it here. It as though this text is just floating on top of it. What did I use? I used text box. I used text box for it. You can drag it anywhere you want on it. So someone just sees it and be like, wow, how did you write on it? The simple trick is the use of text box, and that is what it is. So moving away from text box, let me say this, please. If you don't understand any concept that I've talked about so far, feel free to let me know, and I'll be glad to put you through. Like I always say, which I will still say, you've put in energy, you've put in effort, you've spent your resources, your money, your time, and everything to make sure that you undergo this course with me. Therefore, don't let shyness take away or rob you of what you are supposed to learn. If you are not getting anything properly, please let me know. Let me know, and I will put you through. I will do so with joy, with gladness, with a smile on my face. So let's proceed away from text box. Now we are in text. I'm done with header and footer. Now, away from there, you have word art. What is word art? Word art is actually a graphic text. Yes, it helps you to insert graphic text in your document. So if I click on word art, which is this, I will choose any word that I want. Let me drag this and then type. Let me type my name now. Sakawaka. I love playing with the name. This capital W. Love playing with it. So if you look here, it has some artistic feel, right? Like here, you can see some outline color, white outline color. You can see this blue shadow, which a normal text won't have. So the text, the word that rather helps you to create artistic text. It helps you to create artistic text. Now, this is not all there is to this. Click on shape format, which I'm sure you are used to by now. Click on it, and then of course everything here works on the box. For example, if I want to color the box, if I want to give it shape outline, make the shape outline to be thick. Now that is for that, but majorly you are not, if you don't want it, you just ignore them. Like I can say no fill, I don't want any fill, I don't want any outline color, I just want my text to just float like a normal text. So what I'll do now is come here, and then from this word art styles, you see it now, the word art styles, I'll click on the fill for me to change the fill. Now you see the fill, we change this black, which is what it's going to do. Let me choose red. And then this is for my text outline. It works. Now you see that the text work like shape, right? I can say, okay, I want to color the shape outline with this green. I want to color it with green, and I want to increase the weight now so you can see. You see the green, right? Let me change the shape outline. Let me turn it to black. You see it, right? Now there's still blue shadow here. You can still see a blue shadow if you look closely. So that shadow is gotten from text effect. Just the same way you apply a shadow, all those effects to your normal shape, that's the same way you do apply them here. So let me work on shadows since that is what is there. Click on shadow options, and then this comes up. From here now, I can change the shadow color. Let me use green. You see it has changed to green. And then let me increase the size. From here. You see it's becoming bigger because I keep on increasing the size, right? But that is too big. So the 103 is big. Now you can see the red is the word art fill, the black is the outline, this green is the effect, the shadow effect. So I can make it blurry. I can make it blur. Here you see blur here, right? I can make it blur by increasing it. You see how blurry it is now. Yes. So whatsoever I want, I can do it from here. If I want to increase the distance of the shadow from the text, you see, increasing it, or I can decide to reduce it. Like I said before in the day 3 class, Microsoft Office Word is not a professional graphics package. However, you can do one or two little things with your Microsoft Word to give it that feel of graphics. But mind you, it is not a professional graphics package. So if you want a professional touch, visit professional applications such as Microsoft Office Word, Photoshop, which if you are interested, you can contact me, and then I give you my courses on the use of CorelDRAW and the likes of Photoshop. So that is how it works here for this shadow. Also, the effects that you see here, like all this glow reflection 3D, you still have them here. You can just scroll, you see them. You still have your reflection, you still have your growth, glow rather, not grow. You still have your glow, you have your soft edges, you have 3D formats. So you can play with them anywhere you have issues. Let me know, and I will give you a personalized video explaining all of them. The focus is that you become a professional user of Microsoft Office Word. So that is it for Word Art. Text box helps you to draw focus to particular text in your document, or you can use it to type where ordinarily you won't be able to type, such as on pictures and objects. And then your Word Art just gives you that privilege to work with artistic text as though you are a graphic designer. So that is the difference between the Word Art and then the Word Art and the text box. That is the difference between them. So let's look at drop cap. Yes, you've probably seen drop caps on magazines. I bet you have. They don't joke with it. It's one of the things they don't joke with in magazines. They use that a lot. So what is drop cap? Drop cap just create emphasis on the first text of your paragraph. Even though you don't highlight it, if you click on a paragraph and you apply a drop cap, it will automatically come and make the effect on the first letter in the paragraph. So like I said, there's no need of me highlighting it. The T, for example, I'll just come to drop cap and then choose. If I want it dropped means after the first letter has been enlarged, the other text flows under it. Now, this is a drop cap. I'm sure you've seen this in magazines and newsletters and so on. You see this where a particular text will just become so big like Bigfoot. So you just see so big. This is dropped now because this other text is floating under it. However, you can put it in the margin so that it just stands on the margin on its own. So you see the difference basically. This is margin, and the other one is dropped. That's the category. I love drop a lot. So here now you can just here that is under drop cap options. You can now say, okay, I want my drop cap font to be any font of your choice. Let me change it from Comic Sans. Let me use this Rockwell Extra Bold. And then how many lines do I want to drop it? Currently it is dropped on 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. I can reduce it to 2 or increase it to, let's say, 4. Let me do 4 now. Now the distance from text, I can decide to increase the distance from text. Look at the current distance here. Let me give it like 1, for example. Now you see the distance between the T and the text, and I've changed the font. So let me apply it and click OK. It is still dropped here. So OK. You see the distance. You see the distance. Yeah. So this is 1 full inch. And then the text has been changed from the comic to this Rockwell. And then it is 4 lines, of course. This 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one. So if I want to make the changes again, I come to drop cap options. I can decide to reduce the distance. Let me take it to 0.5, and then let me see the font. Let me use this Ravi, and then OK it. You see it, right? So that is basically how drop cap works. That is how drop cap works. If I click on another paragraph now, you see it will affect it. You see it's affecting this because it's under that paragraph. You can see it. This is the beginning of the paragraph, so it affects the S. Any change I want, I can just click on it, and then it takes effect. So that is it for drop cap. If you don't understand, let me know. Probably forward the document you are trying to work on to me, so that I can put you through and see how you can properly arrange the document. Finally, for today's class, we'll be looking at symbols. We'll be looking at symbols. That is what we'll be looking at. We'll be looking at symbols. And depending on how long we spend on symbols, I will take you through the signature line and the date and time. Yes, so let's go straight to symbols. Now, it is obvious by now, you should have noticed that not all the symbols there is in computer that are engraved on your keyboard. In fact, half of the symbols in your computer are not on your keyboard. So how will you go about getting those symbols, like those funny looking key symbols? Like you want to type pi, there's no pi on the keyboard. How will you go about it? Now, what they do, the Microsoft Office team, is that they compile at least most of the symbols that one can use in document preparation. They compile them and put them under this category called symbols. So you click on the symbols and then click on more symbols. Mind you, this is where my cursor is. So when I insert, it will be inserted where my cursor is. Click on more symbols, and then from this now you just scroll. You choose the category you want, and then the font rather, and then you scroll to look for it. You have to be patient in looking for it. You have to be patient in looking for what it is you are looking for. So you can see more symbols here, more symbols that you can find on your keyboard. More symbols. If I change this now, I have, you see, so my font changes. Come here, choose. So depending on what you want, all these are symbols. All these are symbols. You just have to work on them. Now, let me use this. Let me use this. click on it. If this is what I want, I click on it and then click on insert. It has been inserted. Once you click once, the dialog box will not just close, you can see it. So if I click on another one, if I click on another symbol, see it now. If I click on this and then click on insert, let me drag it up so you see the insert. Now if I click on insert, you see it is inserted, right? If I come here and then I click on another one, let me say this. Once I click on it and click insert, you see, so that is how the symbol works. That is how it works. Yeah. So practice it and do not hesitate to let me know if you have any problem or you want me to throw in more explanations for you. Now, in Nigeria, one thing I've noticed in most of the cyber cafes I've been to is that when they type a document and it's time for them to put signature, they typically will do something like this. Let me delete this so that you can see it properly. Let me erase this so you can see it properly. Now, this is what they will do. Probably I want to sign a document and my name is Sakawaka. They will just draw a line like this. They just draw a line like this and then type my name, Mr. Sakawaka. And then, of course, I will sign. But as a professional user of Microsoft Office Word, you don't need to do that. That is childish and unprofessional. So what do? You come to your signature line here. You come there and then you click Microsoft Office signature line. Do you get it? Now, once you sign, click on it. You see this, right? Who is signing? Who is signing? Mr. Sakawaka is signing. Sakawaka is signing. And who is Mr. Sakawaka? Of course, Mr. Sakawaka, by the grace of God, will become a CEO someday. So I'm taking it as the CEO. Let me just say director. Yes, or let me just board director. So where is my email? This is my email officially. That is my email. And then instruction to the signer. Before signing this document, verify that the content is correct. Now you can click on this and then show sign date and in sign date in signature line. So okay. Now here I have my signature line that I can sign on. So you see, it becomes more professional than just using that line and then type my name under it. This is my signature line. And then if I want to insert date to my document, I just come here and then choose now this is my date. This is my date. So I'll just click on my date and then choose any format that I want. As you can see here, today is Thursday, June 15, 2023, according to my system time. So I will choose, let me say I want this, I will okay it. Do you get it? Now there's another thing here. Let me erase this. Let me click on this and I can decide to update my date automatically so that as the day goes on, the date gets updated as you open the document. But if I don't want that, if I want it to be static, I'll just uncheck this and then okay it. So here now I have my date based on my system date and time. Yeah, you understand it, right? And then this is my signature line, and that will bring us to the end of our day 4 class for our intermediate users. You all are amazing. Like I like to call you, you all are my family members. Like I love you dearly as sisters and brothers. So let's do this. Let's practice together as brothers and sisters. If there's any part you do not understand, let your kiddo brother, which is me, know. Let me know. I will be glad. I will be so happy to put you through with joy, with happiness, with the consciousness that you are putting in the effort to improve yourself into becoming a professional user of Microsoft Office Word. And it is a privilege choosing me to be your facilitator this morning, Sakawaka. As you practice, prepare your mind for the final day of our intermediate class, which is day 5. I have a lot packed for you, but until then, keep on practicing and keep on asking questions.